Hello there! I am the Max Few Trades, and welcome to a very bizarre video on my channel. If you're watching this, you're one of three very specific types of people. You are either already a subscriber to my channel, in which case this is strange. You saw this randomly somewhere in your searchings of the YouTubes and thought this was strange. Or you're the person I'm making this for, and you're also thinking that this is strange, and I admit that it very much is, but I've made my decision. I'm going to do this. So today, I'm going to be watching a reaction video, which I'm aware of the fact that this isn't the first time that this has happened, but it's still highly unorthodox to say the bare minimum. You might be wondering why I'm doing this. Well, simply put, this episode of Death Battle has been so unbelievably important to my close personal friend Mark, your only mate, on YouTube. Go see his channel. You're gonna be watching this video with me. You should definitely go see his stuff. He's really good at this. He's easily one of the best Death Battle reactors that there are on the entire platform. So if that's something you really enjoy, you should be watching him if you have any idea who I am. Bare minimum, okay? So come on. And he has been wanting this fight for so many years. It is his most wanted thing for this show. He's wanted it for so long, and quite honestly, as much as I've been very much interested to see it myself, a lot of my hype for it was really just seeing him be hyped for it. And to the best of my knowledge, it seems that I'm not alone in that, actually. It seemed like a lot of people were all like, whoa, it's the fight that guy wanted, and how he's always so hype about it, because it's literally two of his most favorite fictional characters in anything ever, and one of his favorite shows ever. It's never-ending hype upon hype for this guy, and I want to see how he reacts to all of this. Now, if you aren't aware, I already reacted to this fight, and hopefully it's up. I've been having a lot of issues with that sort of thing lately, but it should be up by now. I'm pretty sure I'll have that up before I think about putting this one up. Anyway, point is, I've seen the Death Battle Blake versus Mikasa. So, I've seen that, and I wanted to see it first for myself and react to it myself, because that's a more orthodox video for the casual person who's just looking for reaction videos, and because I'm going to be mostly focusing on him and the way he's reacting to things. So, I didn't want to end up missing stuff in the actual episode because I was paying attention to him reacting to things in the episode. It just seemed like the thing to do. So, again, I know this is very strange, but I've wanted to do this since I heard that the episode was finally being made, so I'm going to. It is an hour long. I am in it for the long haul here. I'm going to watch all of this. So, if this isn't something you're interested in watching, I fully understand. That's okay. You do not have to watch this if it's not interesting to you. I'm making this for my friend. That is what this is for, and if anybody else wants to watch it too, then you're more than welcome to, and I don't know how this is going to go, but I hope you enjoy it. So, this is already going to be a very long video, so how about we just start going with it, eh?
I'm about to do an hour-long reaction to a death battle. If this is the first of my videos you've come across, then I will miss the 10 seconds we just shared together. For the rest of us, it's finally happening!
He's so happy!
Hello, Internet. I'm your only mate.
Hi,
and
mate.
It's time for a very, 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 very personally important death battle.
Very?
We have Blake Belladonna from RWBY versus Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan.
He likes them.
Now, before I go into any kind of pre-rambling, as I should say with all reaction videos, please click the link in the description, go watch the actual episode itself before watching mine or anyone's reactions.
True, true.
Don't be a dick, support the official release.
He's so wise.
Okay, now, this matchup might not seem like a whole lot to you, but
I mean, I was looking forward to it.
It's entirely possible you're not familiar with my channel. This has been that one fight I've always wanted to see. Like, to give you a good example, I would say this is my personal Goku versus Superman.
He's been talking about this for years.
The reason for that is because, well, I love both these shows and both of these characters.
He
and
sure does.
I pulled some things off a shelf of mine just to really hammer that home.
Oh.
Right, so we got RWBY Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Volume 2.
He's got the discs, people.
Volume 3.
He's got them.
Volume 4.
This is a lot like what I did.
Volume 5.
For Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter, I had a big stack of the
6.
games and I showed them off.
And 7.
Was that deliberate?
I don't have the Volume 8 Blu-ray yet, well, because it's not out yet, but you can find a lot of reactions to that on my channel. Also got the Blake Anthology manga.
He
got
does.
The others as well, but Blake's the one I pried off my shelf just because it was relevant.
Fair.
And I've also got After the Fall.
That doesn't have anything to do with Blake.
And Before the Dawn. Written
Also
by
doesn't.
E.C. Myers. Both great. Love that they gave some spotlight to other things, but that's not the important thing. And fans of my channel might also remember this Gamble Shroud that Max a Few Trades got for me as a Christmas present.
That's me!
Now on the Attack on Titan side of things,
He's excited. He's stumbling.
we got Season 1,
There you go.
Season 2,
You know you love something when you get the Blu-rays, because that's not even
Season
necessary
3 Part 1,
at this point in time. You can just watch everything online.
and Season 3 Part 2. I do have more, but I couldn't be asked to prime my whole stash of Attack on Titan manga, so I'll just include a photo maybe here.
Oh, damn.
Books 8 through to 32. I have number 33 on the way.
That's way
from
more
Amazon.
extensive than I thought it would be.
It'll be here when it gets here.
I had no idea it was
It's
that
just
long of a
unfortunately not
series.
in time.
Guess it's been like a decade.
And to really give you an idea, I've watched a lot of anime, not really gotten into the manga of any of them. Attack on Titan is the first anime where I genuinely wanted to get into the manga. And I'm usually that person who will rather watch things rather than read it. Like,
Same
if you
here,
give me
buddy.
a Harry Potter book, I'll get one page in, and then just go, why am I doing this? It's on DVD.
It's true.
Like, I'm that guy. So the fact that I wanted to get into the manga, as well as the anime, I think that just shows how much I really freaking loved Attack on Titan when I got into it.
Fair. I get you. I've been there.
Okay,
Doesn't
I
happen
know I'm
often.
going to go on for a big ramble, but considering what this episode is for me, I think I'm allowed to do it just this once.
It's what
at
I'm
bare
here
minimum.
for. I
I'll
want this.
Try my best to include timestamps in a pinned comment or something. So if you want to skip ahead, go for it.
Give me the
I'm not stopping
rambles.
you. Now, I got into RWBY when the Red trailer first came out.
Dang.
I fell in love with it.
Got me beat.
And the more and more of it I watched, Blake became my favorite character. It was a tie between her and Yang for a long time, but as time
How
went
convenient.
on, Blake just inched her way closer and closer to just being my all-time favorite.
Fair.
And all that great stuff. As for Attack on Titan, I got into it because of this matchup. After Yang versus Tifa and RWBY versus Maka being confirmed to happen, I thought, okay, so Blake and Weiss are pretty much inevitable, and lo and behold, Weiss ended up getting in.
Leave it at that.
So I was looking into Blake matchups.
Leave it
and I
at
came
that.
across Mikasa.
Thank you.
Hers, this matchup being the one I liked the most for Blake. Then the more I looked into it, the more I thought, okay, this Mikasa girl seems really cool.
True.
Then I watched Attack on Titan, and I've never looked back since.
She do be doing flips.
And the more of it I watched, Mikasa became my favorite character of all of them. My top 5 being Armin, Historia. I want to say a tie between Levi and Sasha. I love those two so much, but Mikasa is definitely number 1.
I know 4 of those. Go me.
So I wouldn't
Sasha
really call
likes
myself
potato.
an expert on any characters, in terms of looking into a matchup between the two, except this one. Now, you might remember I got quite excited when I saw the Attack on Titan tease at the end of Hulk vs. Broly. That being because, well, yeah, this was a matchup that I wanted, and it involves an Attack on Titan character, but honestly, I was just excited to see a Attack on Titan character in general.
Knew.
So, in prep for this,
He's in prep.
went back through all of these, and I just want to preface, I've been through these multiple times each.
Of
I went
course.
through all of them again ever since Hulk vs. Broly happened.
Gotta be
Because I
prepared.
wanted to make absolutely sure I got everything.
I've been there. I really have.
Okay, so let's quickly go over weaponry.
Okay.
So Ruby, it has the whole thing. It's also a gun.
It is.
Usually if someone has a weapon, it's usually part gun. In
Mostly.
Blake's case, she has Gamble's Shroud, which is part katana, part, I
Kusurigama.
keep forgetting what it's called. It's the form where it's essentially like a grapple
Kusurigama.
sort of thing.
It's okay.
And of course, it's also a pistol, even its sheath as a sword, which is really freaking cool.
It's too many things.
It's an extremely versatile weapon, and Blake adds to this with dust. And she carries all sorts of kinds.
Yeet, yeet.
She's got, just regular dust rounds, fire, ice, rock, electric. There's like another one where it just makes her shadow clones linger a little longer, which plays into her aura and semblance. So,
He's laying down the info.
aura, for those who don't know, in Ruby, it's essentially like essentially a manifestation of your soul. Like, it's something that will protect you in combat, heal minor wounds if possible, and also lets you unlock your semblance. In Blake's case,
a
being
really
the shadow
handy
clones,
thing.
where she can leave like a just a shadow clone of herself
Shadow clone jutsu.
to trip up the opponent so she can counterattack.
Very handy.
And she uses dust to make all the elemental clones, like the fire clone, that one being my personal favorite, the ice clone,
Do explode.
rock clone. Like, she can do a lot. And now
That semblance
for
is
Mikasa,
absurd when
she's
it comes
got
to
the
dust.
vertical maneuvering equipment.
Not a lot of people can
or
use dust that
ODM
way.
gear in the anime. I'm just going to call it that because it's way easier than saying vertical maneuvering equipment all the time. And it's one of my favorite things in anime just because it looks so freaking cool.
It's
and
very
it lets you
intricate.
swing around like Spider-Man.
Yee.
And Spider-Man being my favorite superhero, so that being
It
a
all
thing as
comes
well.
together.
And
Layers.
she can have all kinds of weapons on it. She's got all her swords, which she uses to slay titans or even cut through people if need be.
To the best of my
There's
knowledge,
a
doesn't
new
happen too
version
often.
in season 4 and the later parts of the manga, where she can have like pistols attached to it as well.
Neat.
And she's also got all the thunder spears that she can carry.
Yes. Those will be relevant later.
Now, as good as the ODM gear is, it has a few problems.
A couple.
Most notably being that it runs on a limited supply of gas. And once Mikasa runs out of gas, that's it.
Oof.
And, well, yeah, she's been stated to be quite fast with the ODM gear. That is because she's using up more of it and just burning through her supply at a faster rate. And
Luckily, it
that's
doesn't
really just
play a
the
role,
issue with
but
Mikasa's
it is
arsenal
something to
in
think about.
general. Like, even her swords, they do break over time, which is why they're based off of box cutters. They have all the lines going down them. Like, it's all the sections that
Gotta
break
give
off,
Attack on
or if
Titan
she
that.
hits something
Very
that's
well
just
thought
too
out.
strong, they'll just break immediately.
He's told me all of this stuff
so,
so many times over the years. It's great.
That's happening. Yeah, Blake's sword has been broken before, but it's been broken by an opponent who atomized a giant spider droid with one sword swing.
That is the thing.
And I really don't think Mikasa should be capable of a blow quite like that.
Roughly.
Yeah, so as good as Mikasa's arsenal is, it's not like as versatile or reliable as Blake's. Right?
I agree.
Now we've got speed. This one's insanely easy to figure out because the fastest thing Attack on Titan characters do is evade bullets.
Which is
Like,
fast.
there aren't any lightning or anything higher than that kind of feats in that show. However, not only has Blake done that too, she's also dodged lightning.
Yeah.
In her fight with the Sea Fei Long in Volume 4,
Yeah.
alongside Sun Wukong, I know some people have debated whether or not that is considered lightning.
It is. It totally
But,
is.
It visibly electrocutes
I mean, I know the
some.
show does
It
say
channels
it, but
through
yeah.
metal parts of the boat.
The show
that
believes
they're
it,
on,
so yeah, but still.
and it's stated in the official Ruby Companion book as lightning breath.
Yeah.
And also going
How one
back
breathes
to
that, I don't
Zuko
know, but-
versus Shoto Todoroki. I said Zuko. Yeah, Zuko versus Shoto.
Zuko Shuto. Mm-hmm.
they mentioned Kaminari's lightning and how scientifically there are very few ways that electricity can move through the air, so logically if someone blasts like, electricity, it's comparable to natural lightning.
Yeah.
So
easily.
In Blake's case, it would be that. And even if you don't want to believe that, you could scale her to Yang and Adam. Yang can keep up with Mercury Black, who dodged lightning against Amber, the full maiden at the time.
That's all it takes.
So Ruby characters pretty consistently
direct
timers.
comparison and scaling.
Now, when it comes to strength, that's a big thing that people will bring up for Mikasa, how she's stronger than pretty much anybody in Attack on Titan, and how Eren mentioned that she can manifest Titan strength.
She is mad strong. She do got them abs.
Archiman, which she did when she was a little kid.
Yee.
Few things, though.
Uh-oh.
His exact words were partly manifest Titan strength.
Ah.
So it's really difficult to take that at face value.
Devil in the
You
details.
can't really scale her to a Titan anyway. Because the way they deal with Titans in the show is they exploit an instant kill weak point, which they've been trained to do for
really
like,
convenient
many
they have
years.
those. Otherwise,
And
be a bit more of an
Mikasa's
issue.
never punched one in the face and like knocked it over. If she ever did that, then oh yeah, absolutely. But she never did, so it's really
I'm upset that she never has now that she brought it up that way.
That
sounds awesome.
Really go that route, and even if you did, there's a lot of feats that you could scale Blake to that she maybe or maybe doesn't scale to that would end up being higher. But really, it just comes down to Mikasa can cut through essentially like flesh and bone, like sure, but Blake can cut through robots like they're wet paper.
It's true. Gonna say how she did that in the trailer. Before we even knew her name, we knew she could do that.
I'm not saying Mikasa is completely helpless, because I'm basically just saying, oh yeah, Blake has this edge and this isn't in this edge. But
because it's true.
That I really hope they do bring up with Mikasa is paths, and essentially that connects all Archimans to each other.
They do.
Awakens.
That is good.
As an Archiman, she'll gain all the battle experience of every Archiman.
I want this episode to be everything he wanted and more.
Have been around for like 100 years, despite them being the exact same age. Mikasa has a century of experience to pull from.
Yep, that's fair. Against Titans,
it's one of the
yes.
weirder things about Attack on Titan. Think of it like Aang's Avatar state, except it's pretty much permanent. And I only mean Avatar state in terms of the knowledge and experience of those before them.
And mild wind control,
that
obviously.
Aspect of it.
Joke.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very confident that Blake should win. However, it is entirely possible that Death Battle might have gone a different route.
It's true.
Maybe there's something I overlooked. Maybe there's something I
He did not overlook anything.
Or didn't really give as much credit as I should have. It's totally possible. But based on everything I know, I want to say Blake wins 90% of the time in terms of like
I think you're underselling it.
Like their first initial confrontation, and even then I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Forget the percentage. I just think Blake wins more often than not.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, yeah, there's the possibility that Mikasa could win under certain circumstances, like pretty much any matchup.
Yeah.
And
almost any of them.
If anything, she does have a win condition going for her. And that would be if she lands a direct hit with a Thunder Spear.
Yeah.
If she can do that, then yeah, she could absolutely win. The problem being, Blake's more than fast enough to not let that happen. And even then,
he even knows what they're going to say before the show even says it.
And Blake just has a bigger strength advantage. And well, yeah, experience does help in a fight.
It does. But to an extent.
It can only do so much.
Yeah.
If your opponent is stronger and faster than you, there's not a whole lot you can do in the long run.
Yeah.
So that's a
thing.
Piece. I believe Blake should win based on what I know.
Fair.
But I'm really, 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 really anxious to see what this animation is. I've been going on for so long that the fight has been out for like 7 minutes.
He's just been sitting there waiting. Even I sleep and watch it when I first wake up.
I want to hear the rest of the track from what all that is. I want to hear the voice actors. I want to find out who that is voicing Mikasa. Because it's been driving me like nuts over the past few days, ever since I saw the preview on...
It's an impersonator, but a very good one.
Find a reaction to that on my channel. Now, I'm also going to be doing something a little different this time.
Oh.
After Blake's analysis, I'm going to pause and talk about what I think about her analysis.
Okay.
And then after Mikasa's analysis, I'm going to talk about hers. Then go into who I think is going to win, purely based off of what Death Battle said.
Alright.
Then just pretty much watch the episode as I normally do.
Fair.
I've waited half a decade at minimum for this fight.
Yeah, yeah.
I've talked about it with a whole bunch of my friends, like Kira Armstrong, C Spadina, Max a few trades.
That's me!
Yangi Insane. Like, list goes on.
He's done
like,
another
they know
bit.
how much I want this fight. Apparently a lot of people in the Death Battle community know how much I want this fight.
Yeah.
Which still blows my mind in so many ways. I'm going to have to talk about that at the end as well.
Please do.
Enough waiting. I'm going to put my headphones on.
It's time.
Shut up, hit play, and finally watch my dream episode.
I hope he loves it. Oh. Go for it.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wow. You heard the man. Wow, wow,
I'm always
wow.
so, like, nervous when...
He's so hype.
Not bad titles.
This makes me so happy.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Oh, the animation looks so good. I've been so excited for this episode for like 2 weeks.
I've been excited for the episode and to watch him watch it.
My heart and stomach have gone nuts. Not in a super big, health-threatening way.
No, obviously.
Cut in.
No one is missing that guy. We're glad he's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he gonna
Inspired by
notice?
Beauty and the Beast, yeah. Likes reading Tuna and Yang.
He noticed!
Dislikes dogs, social interactions, and Adam. Yep. I also love the Ginger Kylo Ren name for Adam.
It's not wrong. What
I mean, it was a mixture of him and Sienna Khan, but it was mostly Adam, so... Yeah.
He hurt more than he helped. Bare minimum. Farewell, Ribbon. Oh. You got them kitty ears.
Them cat ears, yo.
Hey!
I do like that little effect there, too. Yeah, Aura's super handy.
Yeah, it is. Don't need armor. You can have stylish clothing and not have to worry about defense.
Nearly 5 tons.
There you go. Reading them notes.
She's much stronger than that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the perfect scene to use. And that was a perfect scene to use for... Okay.
Nope.
Kasurigama, that's it.
Hey. Little bit.
It's so good.
Handy dandy.
And an abusive relationship.
Little bit.
That too.
She's okay now.
That was actually a good transition to a semblance, yeah.
Born from her desire to escape, Blake can create a brief intangible clone for deception, evasion, or even to propel herself through the air.
However
Super
that
helpful.
works.
Different kinds of dust, which is basically magic gunpowder. Fired up clones will explode on impact, while ice will
Where the hell do you get those?
Where did
You know, why do I even question it?
Okay, where do they get anything, dude?
Referencing... Oh, God.
I killed him, and it wasn't even on purpose.
What the?
Don't worry, just some biological cloning. It's a hobby. Don't ask if I'm the original.
Oh.
Genuinely don't know anymore.
You know what? That's actually really good footage to use in the background.
Call home until she reached Beacon Academy.
Yay!
She learned to be a huntress, a soldier of peace sworn to protect the land from monsters and any that would do it harm.
And she
He's just bouncing the whole time. He loved this. It's great.
huntresses in training, Weiss Steve, Zhang
Hmm?
Xiaolong, and
Sorry.
Rose to make.
Team Ruby.
I get hype about Weiss. Always.
She didn't just find teammates, but friends as well.
Feelings grow. Don't worry, the power of friendship didn't get in the way of her kicking some ass. In
Some
fact,
slice,
it made her
okay.
even better at it. She's defeated the gangster
and
Roman
defeat.
Torchwick,
Yep.
the kaiju-sized Sea Fei Long, and the
Just
assassin
feels like lightning breath. Yep, it's in there.
Yeah, there we go.
natural lightning.
Okay, yes, yes.
Traveled relative to the lightning bolt, we can determine they were moving over
It all comes together.
nearly 80 times the speed of sound.
She even managed to stand up to
Okay.
Ash, and all his mom just doesn't understand energy. Help of a new, way less toxic partner. So long, you abusive a-hole.
Considering
It's still good.
pulverized this massive spider droid with his moon slice.
Okay.
Feet worth over 4 tons of TNT.
Not too bad for a bootleg version.
Thought it would have been bigger, but
Shroud could take hits
well,
like
well.
that.
It's still more than just about anything. So it works.
Blake would never stop fighting for a better, more peaceful, more equitable world.
Hey.
She was done running. With her friends at her side, she would face the future head on.
I really like how that wrapped up.
He likes that. Good. Anything to say about the end quote? Because I thought that was weird. No? Okay.
Okay, I really love how that analysis wrapped up. Just highlighting how, yeah, she's done with running and just everything that she's been through with Team Ruby.
Character development, y'all. You love it to see it.
Oh, man, just like the editing on that, just like the shot of her and her parents just staring at Sun after Blake makes that pun. Sorry, after Wiz makes that pun. Sorry, I would love to see Blake make a pun though.
I wonder why.
That was really really good, and having the brief moment where she's about to slap Sun as Boomstick was saying, "Don't do that again." Like, great use of that scene. Also, like,
Man's
I wasn't
analyzing
expecting
everything.
chibi footage to be used for this, but the way it was used in the background for Wiz's clones, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
that was good. I love that a lot.
For comedic stuff, it's good. Don't take it as actual stuff.
I mean, though, if I could have added one thing to it, I would have had Boomstick say, "Now that's a katana," when talking about Gamble Shroud. I mean, maybe it could happen later in the episode. I don't know.
It doesn't, but fair.
I just think it would have been a nice little nod.
Understandable.
And I feel like they might be saving bigger numbers for later, because they mainly mentioned, oh yeah, this was like 4 tons, this was 4 tons, but it was in the black box. The Blake has gotten stronger since then.
Yeah.
So
Gotta try and
that
make
makes
it
me
look like
think,
it's fairer
yeah,
than
they're
it
gonna be
is.
Saving bigger calcs for later.
They always
So,
do.
I'll keep that in mind. But
Yee.
enough talking. Let's finally watch Death Battle tackle their first ever Attack on Titan character.
Crazy how long it took.
Welcome to
He's dancing.
Shiganshina.
He dancing.
medieval architecture, hardy populace, and
That can't be good. I'm trying to sync it up as best I can.
The last remnants of humanity were driven to
Near
He-
extinction by
Yeah.
the arrival of the monstrous Titans.
Yeah,
there
he-
we go.
He told
Okay,
me he
that should
watched
work.
the previews because he was so excited. So
Ginger human. Likes ice cream. Her scarf. Aaron. Yep.
But never fear, she
Let's,
uber murdered the shit out of those assholes with the help of Aaron Yeager, another
Say
pint-sized
psychopath in training. I'm making absolutely sure I sync this up properly because I don't really pause in the middle of the analysis.
fair.
This is all the first episode, by the way, if you're not familiar.
by Titans. Sensing a pattern here.
Messed up show.
Yeah, if you live in the Attack on Titan world, your life is gonna suck.
No exceptions.
Certainly a valuable asset to Aaron, who devoted his life to exterminating the Titan threat.
As
He
you
was
do.
a very angry lad.
Little bit.
some sweet Titan slaying gear, the vertical maneuver.
I'm still so happy they used the manga name at least once.
Also known as omnidirectional movement, or ODM gear in the anime, it allows
I do prefer saying ODM gear, honestly.
I think it sounds cooler.
ODM gear.
That's fair.
Two 20 to 30 foot long iron wire spears she can separately aim and shoot. It'll hook into
Do you have any idea the training you'd need for those things? I swear.
steampunk Spider-Man.
She can zoom through the air and change directions of on a dime with a
Mikasa is so cool when she uses that.
She's cool in general. It's just
Just
what she
slaying
does.
Titans like an absolute boss. Okay, I know a lot of people hated this, but honestly, I like fart jokes, okay? There, I said it. I just noticed Wizard's ears are bleeding.
I'll get another clone.
What the hell?
I still don't know how that kills him.
Okay, then.
spear can propel her at speeds up to 360 kilometers
I've watched the episode again, and I still don't get it.
south.
Assuming she can reach top
Faster than Blake, like, can move, but she can react, like, way faster.
times Earth's gravity.
For reference, astronauts withstand about 3 Gs of force during liftoff, and fighter pilots can withstand up to 9 Gs for a second or two during aerial combat. Even just 6 Gs
I like the use of the Simpsons footage here, too.
for a human being. But Mikasa
Creative use of resources.
and fight giant monsters at the same time.
That insane speed makes her
Okay,
especially
Aquaman Blood. Past experience, yep. Pressurized cat.
hard steel. And that's
Can carry up to 12 at a time. Thunder Spears, carry up to 8, yep.
what they can do.
And the pistols, yep.
Despite their name, they're rather fragile, at least relative to the super tough Titan skin they have to repeatedly cut,
You'd think they would have tried to find a stronger metal at some point.
dispose of and replace mid-combat.
Yeah, that kind of became a problem when some super intelligent titans started sporting crazy tough armor. That's when Mikasa breaks out the big guns.
The Thunder Spears.
Essentially,
Those things are really cool,
thunder spears are
but super dangerous to use.
Undeniably, on both fronts.
impenetrable high, and once their fuse is severed, they'll explode.
I mean, it more so pierces, like, the more fleshy parts, but...
His armor is no joke. It was tough enough to tank punching a hole through Wall Maria.
By measuring the size of the gate in comparison to
By the power of walls!
Let's go with this guy.
violently fragmented
This guy.
1,000 cubic meters of rock.
That'd take over 18 tons of TNT, enough to level a city block. And the Thunder Spear shranked it. No surprises here. If you're too close to one of its blasts,
Right in the eye.
Despite the awesome power
Yeah.
of her fingertips, Mikasa only really joined the military to watch over and protect
He's
Eren.
carefully looking over every little detail.
Oh, slight manga spoilers there. I'm gonna say it.
one of those super intelligent titans.
Now humanity's greatest weapon against the Titan menace, Eren was at the center of all major anti-Titan operations, which meant Mikasa was there too, ruthlessly dispatching anyone that might harm him.
Get over yourself, Aaron. So what if your childhood home was destroyed by a titan? You're living rent-free in this girl's head.
Oh god.
You could be Armin. Man, she's programmed.
Funny you should say that.
His last name isn't inconsequential. Ages ago, the Ackermans were bioengineered to be subservient super soldier royal guards to the mighty Eldian Emperor.
Well, wherever all that shit came from.
Still fun. You really wouldn't see that coming.
Strength's obviously great. Power of Titans. Like the exaggeration to show me.
That allowed Captain
There we go.
another Ackerman, to dodge point-blank bullets. That's over Mach
Dude did his homework.
easily keep up with him.
Gotta respect it.
Absolutely.
Consciously tap into the combined experience and battle instincts of Ackerman's past. She's like the avatar of Titan.
Ah, they're actually using it.
It's pretty one-to-one comparison, really.
Goes too far, she's obligated to protect him, kind of like a robot.
It's
Quiet, Wiz. She doesn't love him because of her DNA. She loves him because he's the only one who stood up for her when she couldn't stand up for herself. When she looks at him and the rest of her friends, she sees a hope for a brighter tomorrow.
Wow, Boomstick.
that's
That was touching.
yeah. I never expected that from Boomstick of all people.
Powers.
Well, it was nice while it lasted.
Really?
Do you like fart jokes when they
Well,
ruin the moment, though?
Okay, I have to admit, Boomstick did kind of kill the mood at the end.
Okay.
There,
That's what I thought.
but I still really like Mikasa's analysis. It covered a whole lot of stuff. They mentioned stuff that's higher than what they brought up in Blake's analysis.
But...
And I have a feeling, just because I know how Death Battle usually goes about,
Okay.
like, they'll bring up, oh, this stuff for character A, but then they'll bring up this stuff for character B that seems more impressive, but they'll be saving more impressive stuff until the end. It's a thing that I've seen a lot of people, like, get a little mad about. But it also reinforces the whole, like... I just realized I should be talking about Mikasa's analysis just more.
Gather your thoughts, man. It's okay. Take your time.
There's one thing in there I'm happy they didn't really talk about, but I'm at least happy it got acknowledged in some way, just for those who read the manga. If you only watch the anime, I hope you didn't see it. But
Oh, they did.
I'll digress.
I assure you, they did.
But man, just seeing those analyses, just it helps me remember just like how much I really like these characters, and that's what I love about Death Battle.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes even when I'm watching and it's a character I've never heard of, it can make me go, "Wow, they sound cool. I want to know more about them."
This dude gets
Like-
it.
Like that sort of thing. But when it's characters I know and I'm really familiar with, it's just like, yeah, that's why I love them. Like, that's why they're so awesome. Like, and these analysis like definitely did that. So I gotta give mad props to Liam, who was the writer of this episode. Like, the way he capped off Blake's analysis and Mikasa's analysis. I think Boomstick's, like, a little addition of the fart line was a bit too far, but it is what it is. Like, yeah, I said I like fart jokes, but depending on how they're done.
Okay. So there's a line. Fair enough.
So, as I was saying before, I still believe Blake should win. Just based on what they've gone over.
He sure seemed confident about it when he
yeah,
talked
they brought
about
up
it a
all this,
lot.
like, speed stuff, Mikasa and other characters. It's not as fast as what they brought up for Blake. And, well, yeah, the Thunder Spears, they calced to be better than what they showed for Blake's aura. Again, I feel like they're gonna be saving like bigger stuff for Blake until like afterwards. But also with Blake's speed edge, like, she should be able to avoid it no problem anyway.
That's all it takes. Never underestimate the speed
Which
advantage.
may end up being wrong, and it turns out Mikasa does win, and after all these years of thinking, oh yeah, Blake wins, I look like a complete idiot on the internet, but it would not be the first time.
I'm right there with you, buddy. No shame. But you're right, so...
I'm not going to take pleasure in watching either of these
I know
two
he's
die.
right, so yeah.
I just ask, let the fight be good, let the soundtrack kick ass, and from what I've heard, it does. But whoever loses, just let them go out like a badass. Let's watch this freaking fight.
Some life-changing stuff, people.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! Blake versus Mikasa, let's go!
It's so infectious.
I do like how it starts with Blake just reading one of her books.
In character. If you don't give a dang.
It would have been funny if she was reading Attack on Titan. And Mikasa,
Get
I
the
hope
lowdown.
that, hope you don't die too horribly.
Maybe? I'm not sure what it feels like to
Alright,
have
this
what
is more or
happens.
less where the preview ends. Let's see how this goes.
Are those two sets of ears? You must have 4 times the hearing.
Okay, she figured that out.
It's a safe assumption.
Moving really fast. Shadow Clone!
To heck with all y'all bullets.
I do love how it shows her blocking all the bullets.
And you don't want her going
Somehow
down to
pulled
a
out all
bullet.
the elemental stuff.
And as he says
Oh,
it,
there we go, as I freaking say it.
as he says it. That's how you do that.
She's gonna be like, what the fuck?
It's like, well, that's new. What am I supposed to do with that?
This is just gonna annoy Mikasa, I have a feeling. Oh, Jesus! Also, Blake, are you gonna talk better? Like, talk more, I mean.
Blake not talk
Oh,
good.
Mikasa's figuring it out.
Yeah, but how much is that really gonna help?
Oh, Jesus! They're using Levi's move. Oh, they're using that like the freaking angle like in the show! That's what I wanted!
He's happy!
Oh! Oh, Mikasa's laying down a beating.
Yeah, but then she exploded. Sometimes it happens.
Oh, she hasn't pulled out the Thunder Spears yet.
As he says it.
Also, Blake, have more lines. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, she just doesn't talk. Who knows why?
Make Blake, after all these years, prove me right.
Big kaboom.
Oh.
Gotcha this time.
Oh. Oh!
He's so enthralled he's not even commenting on it.
Blake.
Still going.
Oh shit. Oh. Oh.
Uno reverse carded.
Oh God. Oh.
Well, there you go.
I told her not to get too bad she can't hear.
Okay.
Doesn't even know what to say.
Despite Mikasa's overwhelming and frankly terrifying tenacity, Blake's varied arsenal and powers gave her a clear edge.
The ODM,
That kept me on my toes. I'm very happy about that.
Good.
but in terms of offense, Mikasa was kind of a one-trick pony. And that's especially compared to the Swiss anime knife that is Gimbal Shroud, which could stretch 10 to 16 times longer than either of Mikasa's cables.
Blake's variety of shadows she could spam at will kept Mikasa guessing, and her aura allowed her to survive any attacks that could land.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, the Thunder Spears were a different story, and were powerful enough to shatter Blake's aura. The aura could survive around 4 tons of TNT, while the Spear's explosion could dish out over 18.
But Blake's far greater speed made her nearly
There it is.
consistently hit. While Mikasa could keep up with characters
Yeah.
that can dodge bullets, Blake could keep up with characters that can dodge lightning. In this case, nearly
That's what it
10
takes.
times faster than Mikasa.
And those Thunder Spears are meant for big, slow titans, not human opponents, so it's unlikely she'd ever get a solid hit in with one.
I mean, they'd still have great effect.
Yeah, but it's just harder to hit him.
It may give her generations worth of combat experience Avatar style, but almost all of it was against titans, not a faunus huntress like Blake, who has powers the Ackerman family has never seen before.
With her Odium Gear's limited fuel supply and breakable swords, Mikasa just couldn't end the fight before her own options ran out.
There it is.
Guts, but Blake's speed
She did her best.
sick anime combo weapon gave her the edge.
It may have been a
Man of all things to make such a die to, but
win without a shadow of a doubt.
The winner is Blake Belladonna. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Death Battle. As always,
Chad, you have no idea how much I enjoyed it.
Good. I am happy.
What's next?
What is it? What is next? Yeah. How's it gonna feel?
Huh. Okay, not what I was expecting, but
That's what I was.
alright.
That's a bonus fun reaction.
Okay, quickly, I just gotta check.
What you checking? What you checking, friend?
Okay.
What'd you check? What you check, Fred? He's
Oh
too
my
overwhelmed.
God, oh my god.
He's got too much emotions. He can't handle
Okay.
it.
I have a lot of stuff to talk about with that fight, but just
Talk about it.
just- if there's anything I am happy about, just like as messed up as this is gonna sound, I talked a lot about with friends how look, let Mikasa do something, like have her take one of Blake's arms off,
He sure did.
and she did that.
Yeah.
Now, Max, I've mentioned this to you in multiple private chats. Please confirm in the comments. Ah, man,
I can confirm it here. We
I
did
have to
talk
admit,
about
I
that
did
a
find
lot.
Mikasa's death a little, yikes. But, goddamn, at least she literally disarmed Blake before she went out. And she kept me on the edge of my damn seat. And that's what I really wanted. I knew that Blake was gonna win, and there's some stuff that they could have also gone into that might have painted a bigger picture.
Yeah.
But, God...
They held back.
And after all these years of just wanting this fight,
I think he likes it.
and
Just a hunch. Maybe. Just a little bit. Aww.
I'm actually a little lost for words of how much I really liked that episode.
Good. That's what I needed.
Okay,
It sustains me.
a lot of people think the Blake lines were just like archived audio, and I have to admit I can kind of get that.
That's what I thought.
And the credits do list Aaron Zek, which good.
Oh, okay, so is that what you were checking?
I'm also just willing to believe that she just channeled like the same energy she had when recording other lines.
I don't
But
actually know.
If for whatever reason they couldn't get Aaron to like record new lines, then I could totally understand them using archived audio anyway. Plus, Blake isn't really a character that's known for like banter or anything during a fight.
That's true.
So it's whatever. As for Mikasa's voice actor, Francesca Callo.
Ah, I couldn't remember it off the top of my
Francesca
head.
Callo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Probably not.
You sounded really freaking good as Mikasa. Like, I really liked your performance. So, yeah.
Come on, keep talking.
And like,
Video still has a bit more to go. I want to see what else you have to say,
ends
man.
with a Titan about to attack Blake, but considering that she goes on to fight it anyway, even with just one freaking arm, and like, and that's something else I gotta talk about. They recreated the scene where just like Yang loses her arm to Adam.
Yeah.
But with Blake and Mikasa's like silhouettes, and also it's the left arm, not the right. So I better see a fan comic of them matching just after this now.
I want to see that too.
That just makes me think, Lost Aura only has one arm, still willing to fight a Titan. What a freaking boss. Like, oh man, they painted Blake as such a badass at the end. And they painted Mikasa as such a badass like throughout the fight. She was just like laying down the beat, even like figuring out like Blake's tricks in the fight, which yeah, she could totally do that. Like,
I'm not saying much.
no
I'm just
doubt, but
enjoying
like,
his happiness. It's great.
Statistical edges just like pushed it over the edge, and just it was kind of freaky seeing the like flames come out of Mikasa's eyes and mouth like before the boom went off.
We've
Like,
seen worse.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fair.
But I think that is an episode I'm going to remember for such a goddamn long time.
You sure as hell better. Come on now.
I want to quickly just talk about the next time.
Okay.
Poe versus Iron Fist.
I am curious. What do you think?
I've seen that matchup requested a whole lot, and I thought, yeah, that works. From what I know, I'm gonna side with Poe. Yeah, I feel confident in siding with Poe, and I kind of want to watch the Kung Fu Panda movies after this now. like at least during the lead up. I want to watch that freaking fight again, like, so much, and I want to actually listen to the soundtrack.
If it's any less than
because,
50, I'll be
shout out to
disappointed.
the vocalists. When I first heard it, I thought it was Casey Williams, who does the vocal tracks for
High
Ruby.
praise.
Like, you sounded that good, and it has like elements of Attack on Titan. Like, it's got the chants in the background, like the opening theme for season 4. Like, oh my god, I love that detail so much, and I'm just gushing over
He's
this
so
episode
happy.
so much.
Look how happy he is. That's a happy man. That's a happy British man. He got to see his waifus
You know,
fight.
I think it's safe to say that's my new favorite episode ever.
I would kind of hope.
Like,
Uh,
especially just doing like a sentimental value as well. Like, because I've wanted this fight for such a long time. Like,
same
I've
reason
requested
my
it
favorite fight is
like-
my favorite fight.
on so many occasions, and
No matter what comes after,
when
still
when
my
it was
favorite.
announced,
Probably gonna be the same for him.
like, I was excited, but I'm just like, oh my god, it's actually happening. After all these years, it's actually becoming reality.
Yee.
And like the weeks leading up to it, it's just like, yeah, here's Blake's preview, here's Mikasa's preview, here's the preview for the animation. I was wrapping my head just like
One mortal
around
body
it.
cannot
Just
contain this much hype.
all these years just campaigning for it.
I can vouch.
It finally paid off.
He brought it up to their faces at a convention. It was great. He was a man on a mission, and he
I'm actually
made it
starting
happen.
to tear up a little. And just like all the comments that I've gotten, or just like Twitter notifications of just people saying like, "Congrats on finally getting this,"
Aww.
and just I'm happy for you. And even the meme of like, "Hey, since your only mate got his dream episode, when can I get mine?" Like,
It's been pretty crazy.
I never would have expected anything like on that kind of a level, because I don't consider myself like a big name in any like fandom, like Death Battle, Ruby, or just anything.
You are in
really.
my book,
But
dude.
This kind of overwhelming support,
One of the first I think of.
it's just I'm actually a little lost for words in terms of how to like really describe it. Just
Let it out. Let it out.
I like both these characters a lot, and just actually seeing them fight, it was really cool, and there's so much in the fight that I wanted to see. Like, and even some stuff that, yeah, I mentioned in private chats, but never publicly, and it happened anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
I cannot get over how happy this lad is. Bet you he's gonna watch
So,
it again after he's done.
yeah, in terms of like the overwhelming support I've been getting from like just so many people, it's like impossible to name.
Aw, you deserve
Like,
it. You totally do, dude.
I often thought this was going to be my new favorite episode just on a sentimental level. Like, without a doubt. And previously my favorite episode was Yang vs. Tifa, mostly for a sentimental perspective, because it's the first time I ever showed my face in like a reaction.
Ah.
And this is going into a little bit of backstory, but
I like
I
backstory.
didn't know how well that was going to do.
Relatable.
I didn't know how it was going to be received, because before then, I just did vocal reactions. Like, I was never on screen for anything. And when I put that video out, the response, it just... that I got from people, it's honestly one of the things that gave me the confidence to, like, keep doing this.
Aw.
And
That's actually really nice. I didn't know
it's
that.
from then that I learned about this matchup and kept requesting it, and just people tying me to this matchup. Like,
Yeah.
like I've read comments. I've just been casually brought up when people were talking about it.
It's like he's not even in the room.
Even gone on to other lists that people have made saying, "Oh, this one I got from your only mate," or just stuff like that. And just from the sentimental value alone, this was going to be my favorite episode. Like, one of the most likely.
Yeah.
Or at least come close. But just how
Even
how
if it was
everything went.
half as good, I feel like it would have.
I don't
Breathe.
think
Breathe.
I could have asked for this episode to be any better. Maybe Blake getting a bit more lines in the animation, but she isn't really much for banter anyway, so it's whatever.
Fair.
But it just painted both of them so cool.
Hard to
And just
argue with
the
that.
analysis highlighting just like, yeah, this is why I love Blake, and this is why I think Mikasa is so freaking cool. Like,
Hard to argue with that.
I like both these two so much. Like, if what's behind me isn't evidence enough,
I'm surprised you haven't brought that up. Dude framed artwork I drew. That's insane. Do you have any idea how surreal it is to watch this and see art I drew printed and framed on the wall? You are a madman.
actually,
Mad lad.
I think because I'm on camera, I'm trying my best to hold back, like, just full on crying,
Aw, that's okay.
because I really just cannot express how much like this matchup like truly means to me, and just how good it turned out. Because I have a friend who got his most wanted matchup, but the episode admittedly wasn't that great.
Ooh.
And I always had that like initial
Wonder
like
which one.
that's that worry in the back of my head. Just what if they do it and it doesn't live up to my expectations?
It was very real possibility.
Like, what if it ends up doing that? And I can safely say it didn't live up to my expectations. It annihilated them.
Good. Had me in the first half, not gonna lie. It's like that much emotion and it didn't live up to it. Like, what? Come on now.
God damn, like this season has just been going so goddamn well.
Sure has.
Even characters I don't really know or don't have that much of an attachment to. I've loved their episodes, but
Mark of a good show,
this
I'd
was
say.
like the one I wanted more than ever to go well. And god damn, it
Breathe! Breathe, man!
I've rambled long enough like how much I think about this episode, but like, can I just say, just thank you, Death Basel. Just thank you for making this show. Thank you for like finally doing this matchup.
Took forever.
Thank you, Liam, for like the writing for this episode. Thank you, Josh, for directing. Thank you,
All
like,
the people.
animators who I know are Ruby animators, and they did so much Attack on Titan stuff too, and it was so goddamn cool.
Went all out. Gotta make it
And,
cool.
like, thank you to the researchers for everything that was put into this. Like,
He is thanking everybody, and you best be feeling thanked, people.
thank you to everyone involved, and just thank you to everyone who's like requested this matchup, who's ever like made a thumbnail, made a trailer, like for it. Anyone who said
They definitely helped make it happen.
I've seen people say, "Yeah, I just want to see your only mate be happy."
That's pretty fantastic. You can't say it's
Thank
not.
you for the past 2 weeks.
He's holding it in.
It's 2 weeks. I've actually
he's strong.
genuinely felt
He's strong.
that it's one of those times where I remember that people actually like me.
Hell yeah!
People like what I put out.
I sure as hell do. Best death battle reactor there
Just,
is.
like, seeing like
Top of the
all
line.
this stuff because of the episode being announced and all the stuff like coming up from it. It means more than I can describe.
Aw.
So to the Death Battle team and to the Death Battle community, and like to fellow Ruby fans who I spoke to at RTX and just mentioned this matchup back in 2019.
Oh, I
thought
saw
it was
that.
cool. Just
Oh, he is crying. Aw.
thank you. Like this video's gone on for so long, and if anyone's actually sat through this entire thing,
Of course I was.
like,
It's
you
making
have
me
no idea
emotional.
how much I appreciate it. I'm gonna go and rewatch this episode like a whole bunch of times.
No surprise.
And also just wrap my head around just the fact that it happened. And it was good.
It really was.
Like, if... Okay, for, like, too long didn't read. Analysis were great. The fight was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Both characters, I think, came out looking, like, awesome. And just thank you to Death Battle for finally doing this. I'm sorry if I've annoyed anyone for just the amount of times I've requested it.
Your enthusiasm is infectious. It was never annoying.
Thank you to anyone
Never
who's like
once.
also requested it. Thank you to those who have supported me throughout all these years and gotten me to 3,000 subscribers.
That's pretty sweet.
Like that's insane that I reached that milestone during like the lead up for this.
So everyone's like, hey, who's this guy that people keep bringing up?
I seriously can't like express just how grateful I am and how happy this episode being announced like alone has made me. So if I'm gonna lead off on anything, it's just thank you.
Nice.
And thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me.
You're welcome and always, friend.
Up to 3,000 subscribers.
Of which I am one.
It's insane. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and
I did.
if this episode like has like piqued your interest and made you want to check out Ruby or Attack on Titan, let me know. And don't hesitate to let me know who your favorite character is, even if it doesn't turn out to be Blake or Mikasa. It could be anybody.
I like Weiss and
like-
Sasha.
Like seriously. Like you'll have a good time. Although if it's not for you, then fair play. Like, as long as you just give it a chance, that's what I'm asking. So,
maybe you won't like it, but
just
awesome.
thank you so goddamn much. And I didn't thank Brandon. Like Brandon, I'm gonna listen to this soundtrack like right when I'm done. And I thanked you so many times for commissioning Titanic Shadows.
That was a really good song.
I honestly hope that maybe that helped like make this soundtrack better.
Easily. Definitely. No question.
Because it sounded so good. But anyway, I've kept this going enough. Like, the videos... This is probably the longest reaction I've ever posted.
Honestly, didn't feel that long.
And
Looking at my
if
thing,
any
yeah.
of you watched
Wow.
through all of that, you're the MVP.
Yeah. I is the MVP.
So for real, to wrap this up, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, Death Battle. And here is my outro for the winner of today's episode. My Blake outro. Bye.
Bye, friend.
This is Blake Belladonna with Your Only Mate saying like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Aww. Well, that was something now, wasn't it? That was everything I truly hoped it would be. I wanted more than anything for that episode to have been everything he wanted it to be and more, and it actually was. I won't ramble too much, because his video was long, and by that nature, mine is longer. So, I won't keep you guys for too much longer. I guess I really want to specifically talk to Mark for just a moment. You are legitimately a truly awesome person. I consider myself absurdly lucky to have met you and to be able to call you a friend. I find it so important that you know that, and how much I knew this was always going to mean to you, and how glad I am that you're happy about it. You got me emotional. Because you really deserved this. You really did. And the fact that it actually, lived up to expectations and you're actually as happy as I hoped you would be is just the best. My only regret is that I wasn't on the show long enough to have had a personal hand in making it. But it was truly something special, and I'm glad you were finally able to have this. So, anytime at all that you're having any doubts about anything about yourself, I'm telling you, you don't have to. You don't need to worry about stuff like that. You are a legitimately awesome and wonderful person. I've got no reason to say that other than it being the truth. So try to remember that, okay? You'll always be my friend. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if anybody else watched me watch this, well, you're pretty swell too, gotta say. But that's all for now. I have no idea when this is going to be able to go up. Hopefully not too long, but well, stuff. I seem to be kind of cursed in that regard, but hopefully at the very least it does go up. Gonna try real hard for that one at least. Anyway, I digress. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all later.